Hi Cancer, Jessica here. Welcome to Cardinal Signs. This is your decision reading running roughly from mid-June through to mid-July. I'd like you to take a moment and consider the two options that you have. I'm going to be looking at them separately, so just have an idea of which of your options will be represented by Path 1, the first spread, and which will be represented by Path 2, the second spread. The first message coming up here for Path 1, I'm getting a strong sense of gravitational pull. I'm seeing that you're orbiting around this path. You may have been in orbit for some time now. It's very cyclical in nature, so this might be something that you are revisiting, renewing, maybe trying again, a second time, a third time. But there's this strong pull here. It's drawing you in. For Path 2, I'm seeing you reaching up and grabbing this. There's a feeling of triumph with this path. There's a feeling of pride as well. It feels like you're going to be observed or looked at if you decide to go this way. But there's this sense that you already know that going forward, that you'll be drawing attention, perhaps even admiration from others around you. So let's take a look at your cards here. This is for Cancer, a decision to be made, looking at Path 1 and Path 2, running from mid-June through to mid-July. Cancer, Path 1 and Path 2. What does Cancer need to know about Path 1 and Path 2? Okay. So overall energy for Path 1, we have past lives. Yeah, so that's something that's coming back in for you, something that you may have already explored before or at least considered. Two things to consider here with this path. We have the King of Swords and we have the Master. And where this path would lead you, if you chose it, we have the Seven of Swords and the Tower. Okay. Second path, overall energy, we have the Five of Wands, totality. Couple things to consider with this path. We have the Lovers and we have Sorrow, the Nine of Swords. Where this path would lead you if you chose it, we have the Two of Wands, possibilities, and we have the Three of Swords, isolation. Okay, Cancer, let's see here. We'll start off with Path 1 here. As I said, there is this sense of something coming back around. Second time, a third time, you're revisiting this. This is old energy that's coming back into your life for you to re-examine, re-experience, perhaps with fresh eyes, with a fresh perspective. There's this sense that time has passed. It's been some time maybe, and you are being given this opportunity because you've changed and you may be able to do this in a different way, learn something new from this. We've got the King of Swords and the Master. So these are two things that we need to consider here with this path. Control. This is very strong energy. I see the Master, this is a bonus card in Osho Zen Tarot, but I see the Master being very similar to the Magician in this card. The energy is very similar. It's there's this innate knowing, there's a lot of personal power and strength, there's a lot of manifesting power as well. It's also a little bit illusionary. It kind of reminds me of a mirage. where we think we see something and then we go after it, and then once we get there, it's disappeared into nothing, and we're kind of left going, well, what the heck? I thought I was going after what I saw, and then it's just not there anymore. So because it's paired with control, there's a possibility that you're holding on really tightly to this, and that it might slip through your fingers. So just be careful of that. Try to loosen up, have a little bit more of a gentle touch, have wisdom. Approach this with kind of a step back, and surveying the scene. Quiet wisdom is coming up here with these cards. Where this could lead you, we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Thunderbolt. So politics. Again, this is kind of alluding to things not being as they seem. You look at it and you see it as being a certain way, but once you get closer, the veil is removed, the mask is taken off, and you're seeing something much different than what you had thought. So there is a little bit of deception here. This isn't always a person being deceptive. It's almost like this path is a little bit deceiving. I just see a lot of fluidity. I'm really seeing a mirage popping up here. It's like this image is being distorted in some way. So just be careful with that. Again, you're going to need to take a step back, use your previous experience, and tap into your intuitive wisdom. Thunderbolt here, indicating a major shakeup, possibly a disappointment, but almost certainly something that was unexpected, and potentially catastrophic, because it's paired with the Seven of Swords, which I see as being more so a negative card. I don't see this being a positive catastrophe. It's more so going to leave you feeling rough, high and dry, just not feeling super great. So just some things to consider here. With path 2, overall energy, we have the Five of Wands, so totality. Now, this is kind of, I see this being a very delicate card. It's like it's a balancing act. Everything has to be perfectly timed, perfectly orchestrated. You may be relying on other people to come through in a very specific way, in a very timely way, to play their part so that this works. It's like this is kind of a circus scene, so it's like a tightrope act. It takes a lot of finesse here, and the circumstances have to be just right. But if they are, then there's the potential for this to be quite spectacular. A couple of things to consider here. We have the Lovers and we have Sorrow. This path is coming up strongly as being geared more so towards romance, because I have the Three of Swords and I have the Lovers, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. The Lovers also indicate a choice to be made between two things, and that's what we're doing right now. So this particular choice is really attractive to you. You're very drawn to it. I was seeing that strong gravitational pull for path 1, but it's coming up again here for path 2. So it's kind of like you're being torn in two different directions very strongly. It's this strong back and forth tug of war energy, and it can be pulling at your heart as well. Now, with the Nine of Swords, there is some sorrow going on here. There's some worry. This is really on your mind, and it's weighing heavily. And it's just, there's a lot of confusion, especially within your heart. I feel like it's primarily sitting within your heart chakra, this sorrow. So this path might have to do with you having to leave something behind, and this is causing you a lot of grief. There's movement here with where this path is leading you. You have the Two of Wands and you have the Three of Swords. So possibilities and isolation. In this card, I feel like you are leaving something behind. I did see you reaching up and grabbing. So there is this upward feeling in this card. And with this bird, it is reaching new heights here. It's a very lofty goal, perhaps, but there is a substantial price to pay with embarking on path 2. There is heartbreak, heartache, sorrow. There will be tears. This is isolation, so this is leaving someone behind. This is feeling very alone. Perhaps some depression coming up here too, where you're feeling very withdrawn. You're feeling not yourself. You may be feeling like you aren't able to cope with this or handle this as you move into this pathway. But there is a promise of hope here. You have a sun rising, and this is possibilities. So this is the opportunity for you to really put solid plans in place and look to the future with hope. So I'm going to pull an oracle card for each of these paths for further clarification. For further clarification for Cancer for path 1. What else does Cancer need to know about path 1? For a decision in mid-May through to mid-June. Path 1. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, you have compassion. So this energy is you down on your knees, okay? This is you being brought down to a place where you feel like you need to ask for help from higher guidance, guidance from higher powers. It's like you're asking for mercy, and I think this would be more so this hard break up here with the Thunderbolt and the Seven of Swords. This is kind of wit's end energy. I'll show it to you again. You can find your own messages in the card. But this is also indicating that you will be shown compassion, that this may be a difficult path, especially at the beginning. And because there's a lot of karmic ties here, that there are lessons that you need to go through, and lessons are difficult to learn. But ultimately you become a much stronger person as a result of going through them, stronger and wiser. They are very beneficial for you, and you are going to be shown compassion and mercy with whatever struggle you may be faced, if you feel that this is the right path for you. You have guidance around you. So an additional message for path 2 for Cancer, for a decision to be made running mid-May through to mid-June. Oh, sorry. Where am I? Mid-June to mid-July. Decision to be made running mid-June to mid-July for Cancer. Path 2. It's this card. Okay. We have healing. This is very appropriate because we do have a lot of sorrow, a lot of heartache here, a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, emotional pain that you're going through, but you're being offered opportunities for healing and you're being aided as you seek healing and rejuvenation. So both of these paths carry a lot of lessons. Neither of these paths look like they're easy. They both look like they carry their unique challenges and their unique blessings as well, because there is a lot of potential for growth here, Cancer. You're really progressing forward quite rapidly. I see a lot of movement down these paths. And I think I'm going to leave it there. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking my video. Please be sure to subscribe if you'd like to receive my latest uploads. I hope you have a wonderful week. Enjoy the rest of your month, and I will see you again soon. Take care.